And if you're a single woman, just think about what are you putting on display? What is your message saying? Is it saying, hey, come get this? Because you're displaying what you want. And be asking, why I ain't found me a man yet? Why I don't got no
Why
husband
you
or
gotta
anything
make them
like
talk
that?
like that?
I'm just saying, the sisters, they just, why I ain't found a man yet? Why I ain't found no husband? Why I ain't, well, what are you displaying to them? Are you saying, hey, it's open for service? Or is it saying, this is wrapped up? Because first off, we know if you got that, even if you don't, if you got it covered up, they're gonna be able to tell if you got it regardless. You don't gotta worry about it. You
Right.
still gonna catch them because
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, okay. But if it's a wrapped up gift though,
Right.
oh, it's a mystery. Ooh, when you just out there, it's no mystery to it. It's all out in the open. They like, oh, anybody can have that.
Yeah.
She's open for service.
Dang.
But this is an Iwebu production.
Period.
Ciara, the R&B artist, many of you may know, she is married to Russell Wilson, who is a famous NFL quarterback in the NFL. She recently wore a very revealing dress to the Oscars. It caused so much buzz all around social media. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it made me think, and I wanted to pose a question to you, babe. As a woman who is married to a believer, do you think Ciara should uphold the standard of modesty?
Yeah. So if y'all don't know, I am always talking about modesty. It's a personal journey that I am still on. Just kind of discovering what modesty is and what I'm comfortable with, what me and my relationship with God, like what's okay with me. I told you the other day or not too long ago, I was like, I'm probably not modest to someone. Like somebody else's standard is like no pants and no makeup and no weave and like no lashes. Like, so I'm probably someone else's like immodest self. And so I just want to say this. I think first and foremost, I do think there is a standard, but I also think depending on your relationship with Christ, it can look different. So I guess before I could even answer that, I mean, the question would be, is Ciara a believer? Because I know the question is, should she uphold a standard of modesty because her husband has proclaimed that he's a Christian, but is she? Because if she's not a believer and she does not claim to be a woman of God, she will follow the ways of the world, right?
Right.
Like, so I wouldn't expect her to do something just because her husband is something. You know what I mean? But if there has been, which obviously we're not in their home, we're not in their bedroom, we don't know what they're talking about. But if there has been a conversation, if he has set a standard from the beginning, like this is what I want my woman to look like, this is what I desire, then absolutely. But I mean, from what I've seen from Ciara, most of the time is, she's revealing herself. I mean, she is an R&B artist, a influencer. She's of the culture of the industry, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't expect anything else.
Yeah.
So it's a no for me because she's not a believer. Now, I'm sorry, excuse me, because I haven't personally seen her say, "Oh, I'm a woman of God, I'm a believer." And this is who I am. I am a child of God. I am a woman of God. Had that been stated, then it's like,
Jesus Christ, to be exact.
yes, right.
I don't know what God they serving
And
nowadays.
then I just want to
don't
say,
know.
I also want to say this because I see a lot of women that are like, when I speak about modesty, like, it's judgmental and, women of God look like everything and we don't all look the same. Like it's again, like I said, I wear makeup, I wear weave, I wear nails, and I am someone's definition of immodest. So I understand that to a certain degree. But if Ciara is a believer, and depending on how long and her walk, it's so many angles to it because I am a firm believer in growth, right? It would be kind of bizarre for me and you to still be arguing about day one things of our marriage, right? We would expect some growth in our marriage, right? The same thing as my daughters get older and older and older. I shouldn't be potty training a 12-year-old, right? So I think it's the same as far as modesty. As you grow in your relationship with Christ and as you continuously find your identity, you discover your identity in Him, I do think that it will be evident in what you wear. And so in this dress particularly, if she was a woman of God, she should have just been nude. She was basically complete. She had on a see-through dress with a thong. And so and then I just also want to say, like, don't get me wrong, yes, because I don't know if she's a believer. If she's not, then yes, it's the ways of the world. But even when I was in the world and I wasn't claiming to be a Christian, like, you're not catching me with a.
That's still a stretch.
That's
still like, if when we was at the club, if somebody came through the line with that on, we like, oh,
they couldn't get in the club.
I don't know.
No, you couldn't get in the club like that.
Well, probably not in Kansas City, but where we at now, I bet you they could.
Naked with a thong and a see-through dress?
In Atlanta, I bet you they could.
Yeah, maybe so.
I bet you. You be in Walmart and you be hitting me up like, baby,
gosh.
This girl is literally in panties in the Walmart.
Y'all, I was at Walmart and y'all know the lingerie sets that are like a tank top that's kind of see-through and then like the super booty shorts. Baby girl had on one of those pink things, and I'm looking like how y'all look when y'all see a booty. Like, I called and I'm like, babe, it's a woman in Walmart like this. But I think in a normal sense, like most women, even not saved, are not necessarily just naked. All like,
you're right.
I don't know what point she was trying to make. I'm not sure. She's so pretty. She's so gorgeous. She doesn't have to do that. But I just also want to say this before y'all come for me.
She know y'all coming.
I think that it's kind of sad a little bit because you're a wife, you're a mother, you're getting older. Like, why? You know, it's just kind of, that's when I'm just like, what's not even judgment, just like, what's the point? Like, we know you. Like, and then it's just like, the only thing we haven't seen is your vagina.
That's terrible.
That's it.
That's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally all we have in, like, the inside of your butt. Like, that's it. But, like, everything, like, what? I don't know. Y'all answer this. If there's any men that watch us and y'all not saved, y'all don't really care or whatever, like, how do y'all feel? And saved men, I really want y'all to answer this. How do you feel about your woman just revealing her entire body to the world? And we're talking about on this level where millions are seeing this. And then what kind of threw me off was seeing believers in the comments like, yes, killing it, and believers liking it. And I'm like, now if TK Lee got on this here Instagram, if I got on Instagram, y'all, and this is where I want to, this where I be wanting to fight y'all a little bit, because y'all will go under saved people. Y'all will go under someone that's not saved, Instagram and comment, oh my gosh, yes, killing it, blah, 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 and say nothing is wrong with that, right? Because when you comment, you're in agreement that this is okay. You're saying, I approve, I think this is dope. Applauding. But if I show a shoulder,
come on,
y'all ready to see? Yeah, like, see, I told y'all she the main one, da, da, da. And so it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of crazy how it is. Yeah. It's kind of a double standard, because at the same time, we eat up these people that we think, you know, has a certain level of something, and I be trying to work on not being so frank, babe.
Listen, disclaimer, whatever she say from here, just give her grace.
It just be giving me cowards. It just gives coward, because it's like y'all don't say certain stuff to certain people because they might have a platform that can take you somewhere. Y'all don't say certain things that y'all know is wrong, or y'all just don't talk. Y'all don't talk about certain things because y'all know the people that could get y'all on, you might be pissing them off by saying certain things.
That can get y'all into doors that will take your career to the next level.
Next level. So I'm not gonna say nothing about so and so, because shoot, if she put me on a song, it's on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I even told you, and this is just going boop left. Even with music, like I would tell you, like, babe, I don't think I'm gonna make it far in this game. You know, I would say that. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it far in Christian hip hop.
You don't really have a jive bone in you.
No, I don't.
You're not with the fakery or playing around. Like, if you're not gonna do it, you're not gonna do it. Yeah. If you don't mess with it, you don't.
I don't I don't change my standards depending on the room that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like I believe in modesty in every room. I believe in no sex before marriage in every room.
Yeah.
I believe in integrity when I speak in every room. And I don't be liking that switch up. Like, and that's back to the point that I was making, even with music. I'm like, in certain industries, like, and this is not new. I'm not saying nothing no breaking news, but like, the politicking that you got to do to get in certain, like I must have watched an interview the other day. I'm going left. Sorry, y'all. Pillow talking with the UA
This is what we do. Let's go straight into it, man.
I was watching the interview the other day with Monique and her husband talking about their open marriage from years ago. And the interview was done by two pastors. And they were just like, this is who we are. And then the husband was like, how dare I tell her she can't sleep with multiple people? By the way, they just closed their marriage. But, okay, stay here. And the interview was done by two pastors. And I was just so disappointed because I'm like,
they didn't speak life into him a little bit.
Didn't it? Nothing. It was just like,
back with hard questions.
Nothing. Like y'all just, I don't know. A lot of stuff be giving me coward. And something that Pastor Philip spoke on Sunday that I revved up when he talked, because I'm like, that yes, somebody else ain't scared. We not scared of y'all. Like, we're not scared.
He go, but come on, it's tucking your tail.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Come on, Christians.
No, for real. But Pastor Philip said something about like, oh gosh, Lord. But it was in the Bible, I think, or maybe it was a point that he was making. But he was basically speaking about how like watering down, like God frowns upon those that water down the truth in any way, shape, or form. And it just made me think about that, like how, back to the point of like modesty, like how, modesty is only a standard to like pastors or something, but like it's not a standard to our normal everyday influencers. Y'all know how many naked Christian women I see on Instagram, and they just be quick to be like, don't judge me, we all on our own journey. Baby girl, you've been saved for 10 years, why are you still naked? Like that. And then it's not judgment if you're another believer. The Bible talks about that. If you're not a believer, then I don't got nothing to say to you. You don't know no better. But you are you proclaim to be a believer. It's in your bio. You talk about it all the time, and you're still naked. You still showing your booty and your breast every moment you get. You still posting bikini pics. Like after a while, it's like, okay, now, like, what are we talking about? Are we just ignoring the fact that Jesus has the power to transform? Are we just denying the power that lies within having a relationship with him?
Or this gives the gospel a black eye, like, because you'll see other believers maybe like that will egg that person on.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like,
goodness.
hold on,
What?
hold on, what's going on here?
Yes.
But like, you in your music, you talk about this. Like, what are you? What's going on here? Are we not like, let's inbox and say, hey, what's going on, sis?
Yeah.
Like,
or if you have a relationship with someone, like those that are close to me, any of my friends know I talk about modesty. Like that's just, it just falls out of my mouth. It's and I'm not perfect in it, but I think anybody could look back. You should just be able to look at someone's life that belongs to Christ for real and see change and see growth and see someone evolving and just doing, and just all aspects. And so to the question, back to that, no, I don't think there's a standard on her if she's not a believer. If she is, then absolutely. But if her husband is a believer, I don't know how that man dealing with it. What you think?
That's where I was really confused at, because I'm thinking he's a believer. They were really open about them actually not having sex before marriage and doing things like that. So I was thinking that she was being transformed, being discipled by her husband, and she's coming into this new form. But as you said,
it did seem like that.
As you said though, especially after her having a relationship with a worldly man like Future,
right,
and then going with Russell Wilson, because they were like, what everybody was talking about about them not having sex before marriage and all those things. And so I thought she would change by being around him, but as you was talking about, her music, she still is, pretty out there on some of her stuff. I haven't really seen too much, but
to be honest, I think she's gotten worse.
Maybe. And maybe that's the part of, like, I'm just doing this because I got married to him, but I don't really believe in what he believe in like that. You know, some people are like,
yeah.
they put the stamp Christian, but they
Right.
live like a whole another way.
Yeah.
From it, they just like, yeah, I love Jesus, I love God, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
still a
believe
work
in
in
him.
progress. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna see these
God
things.
know my heart.
Yeah, God know about you about to see this.
Yeah.
Like, forget it. Like, I know it's wrong, but I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be like, forget it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not perfect and say, do not judge, you know, and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it,
Oh, that's their favorite line.
man, favorite.
Who are you? God's still
Yeah.
changing me. We
Yeah.
all growing. I'm not perfect. You not perfect.
Yeah.
Child.
We judge our own though. We
can judge our
if
own.
If you say you a believer, then we can call that out because
Yeah.
it may need to be called. Maybe you don't notice it is what you're doing, and so I would hope that Russell had that call. I was like, man,
How do you feel about modesty as a kingdom man?
I believe that if you're a believer, you're a woman of God, there should be, like you said before, there should be some progress. We should see there was a difference between TK when she was in the world and she was doing whatever she wanted to do.
Or even my
versus-
beginning walk.
Yeah, towards where she's at right now. They said it says where it says that they will know you by your fruit. Okay. And if you're not bearing any fruit, nothing different, you still hanging in the same spots, you still talking the same way that you was, cussing up a storm, smoking the same thing, sleeping around, doing all those things. And what is so different from what you are now as a believer than what you are in the world? That's the big question. And so, yes, there should be a difference. There should be some type of change, and that's why we can't say we're like maybe she's not a believer,
Right.
You know, at least even when Megan Good was with Devon Franklin before they unfortunately got the divorce.
Yeah.
She didn't do the modesty thing. He even had to call out somebody who called her out. Remember, lady asked her about.
Yeah,
was
he said she gonna wear what she wants.
She gonna wear what? Yeah, which he should do in public like that if somebody's gonna call out. But she didn't get very modest or anything. She didn't stop being in sexual scenes in movies or anything like that. But she did seem like when she was speaking, she spoke a little bit more about her fate. Even I just saw a clip, even though she's no longer with him, she said one of her top 5 artists dead or alive was Lecrae, which was really big to me too. Again, I believe if you with a man or a woman that really walk with God, that residue's gonna rub off. I think we were talking about this in the last episode. Like when you together for so long, the way that someone is, I mean, even if you don't try to, it's certain things that you do that now it rubs off on me and vice versa. So I would think that would rub off on her and then that would kind of change her. So it just makes me think, what's going on behind the scenes? Is it that we have so much money that we're numb? Because, I mean, Russell Wilson had made well over, I believe, $300 million or so. His contracts equal up to over $300 million or so in the NFL. Maybe we're so far away from really the body of Christ.
Yeah.
And we're so much into the culture of Hollywood.
Right.
That we really don't walk like believers.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was. So I got a big time problem with it. I don't see how. I just put myself in his shoes.
Yeah.
You're not leaving the house.
Okay.
We ain't going to the Oscars then.
No, that's the outfit for the bedroom.
Oh, and that's what you want to do nowadays?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what we on. Like, it's gonna be. We can't make it tonight. I just believe again that we should walk different as believers.
Yes.
And if you're with someone that's a believer, if you're not doing what they're doing or you're not walking according to that faith, then y'all unequally yoked. And that's what made me think about.
Oh, and then I'm gonna end this on this. I know this is super long, y'all, but you shouldn't have asked me about this. You know I'm passionate about this. Yeah. When I was going through and still my modesty journey, one of the things the Lord asked me or challenged me to do was care for my brothers.
Yeah, that's good.
Every man is my brother, right? Every man in Christ, every man in the kingdom, men around me, they automatically are brothers to me. And if that's the case, when I put on my clothes, I'm mindful of 2 things. 1, do I feel okay with it? 2, will my husband be good with it? 3, when I get out in these environments, the men that I talk to, are they gonna have to look up in the sky because they trying to avoid looking at my breast? Do they gotta turn the other way because they trying to avoid seeing my booty jiggle in a summer dress? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I care? And that was something that the Lord challenged me. So even when it comes to women that are like, I don't feel nothing is wrong with this, and men gonna look. Right? Men are gonna look regardless. It's been times I had on a whole sweat outfit and they looking to see what's going on. But my intentions when I left that house was pure. So just be mindful and begin to care. If you are a single woman, shoot, everyone that's watching this, that's a woman. Like, I need you to care about the brothers that are around you so that they don't fall. No, it's not your responsibility. If they're lustful, that's on them. But you have a standard to uphold if you are a woman of God.
Yeah. And if you're a single woman, just think about, what are you putting on display? What is your message saying? Is it saying, hey, come get this? Okay, because you're displaying what you want, and be asking why ain't found me a man yet? Why I don't got no husband?
Why you gotta make them talk like that?
I'm just saying, the sisters, they just, why I ain't found a man yet? Why I ain't found no husband? Like, what are you displaying to them? Are you saying, hey, it's open for service, or is it saying, this is wrapped up? You could, because first off, we know if you got that, even if you got it covered up. Okay. So they're going to be able to tell single ladies.
Still can tell.
They're going to be able to tell if you got it regardless. You don't got to worry about it. You still going to catch them. Because they're going to be like, okay. But if it's a wrapped up gift, though.
Right.
They're going to
mystery.
Like, oh, it's a mystery.
You take away the mystery.
Ooh, when you just out there, there's no mystery to it. It's all out in the open. They like, oh, anybody can have that. Yeah. She's open for service. Dang. But when you wrap that thing up like a nice gift, I got to get it together. I want that. Yeah. I want that for life there.
And you get a different type of man that approaches you too. I was just telling my friend the other day, like, when I started dressing modest, I went on like a experiment with myself, right? I used to go to Walmart all the time, right? You remember those days? Yes. I used to go to Walmart all the time, and I went through a season of just like wearing dresses and skirts. I don't know if you remember that. Like, I would get all my skirts from the thrift store and like buy them super cheap. And I just remember men just behaving differently around me. Like, and the crazy thing is, if you're not secure, you will feel like you're losing the attention of men, because less men broke their necks for me. Less men was like, dang, whoa, come here, mama. All the things, right? They don't do that as much when you're wearing a skirt and a dress, but it was certain type of men that, hey, how you doing? I'm great. Can I get that for you? It was just a difference. Yeah. But when I had on a crop top and some leggings, oh baby, it's boo. How you doing? Left and right. And so just know you're going to attract a different type of man too when you do care about covering up.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, hey, we want to know, what do you think? Do you think Sierra's dress just took it a little too far? What do you believe about those who are believers in modesty? What do you believe about just modesty overall, even if you're not a believer? We want to know what you think in the comments below. Please drop it there. This is an Iwebu production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwebus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video. Holla.